Hello children. So today let us see some of the MCQ questions based on the respiratory system. So now let me go through some 20, 25. How many are possible in half an hour? Let me go through. So the first respiratory system, that is breathing and exchange of gases, you understood properly, and you have to go through once. So self-reading is very important. After listening to the class, if you read by yourself, understand and clear the concept, it will be better. You will understand the topic in your own way and able to answer the questions properly. Fine. Now let us go through the questions. See the first question. Lungs are made up of air-filled sacs, the alveoli, which are structural and functional units of the lungs that you know. They do not collapse even after forceful expiration. It is because of, you have studied this during the pulmonary volumes. Fine. It is a question which is asked in NEET 2017. Why the lungs or the alveoli will never get collapsed? Because some amount of air will remain in the lungs after expiration, even after forceful expiration. What is that amount of air which will remain in the lungs, due to which the lungs will never get collapsed? That is the residual volume. It is the RV. Fine. So because of this, the lungs will never collapse. And you know how much? What is the residual volume? It is 1200 ml of air. Fine. So expiratory reserve volume, you know. So the extra amount of air which we exhale, forceful exhale. So that is the expiratory reserve volume, which is 1000 to 1100. Inspiratory reserve volume, forcefully after normal breathing, after normal inspiration, how much air we will inspire forcefully. That is the inspiratory reserve volume. So inspiratory reserve volume will be 2500 ml to 3000 ml. Fine. And expiratory reserve volume will be 1000 to 1100 ml, that you know. And tidal volume, you know, it is the normal breathing. So normally when you breathe in and when you breathe out, how much air it will contain, how much air you will breathe in and breathe out, that is called the 500 ml. So what is our answer? It is the residual volume. So this amount of air after forceful expiration also we can't exhale. Because of this, our lungs will, our alveoli or our lungs will never get collapsed. Fine. Now second question. Name the chronic respiratory disorder caused mainly by cigarette smoking. Fine. It is a question which is asked in 2016. So you know, cigarette smoking, which disease it causes? It causes mainly the emphysema. So here what will happen? The alveolar wall will get damaged, and due to which the alveolar surface for the exchange of the gases will get reduced, and this condition is called emphysema. And asthma, you know that it is a infective disorder where the bronchi and the bronchiole wall, that is the lumen, will become less, due to which the passage of the air will be a problem, that is breathing is a problem. And mainly here wheezing sound is there. Fine. And what is respiratory alcosis? Respiratory alcosis, it is a condition which is mainly marked by the low level of carbon dioxide. It is mainly marked by the low level of the carbon dioxide when person usually breathes very fast, due to which the pH will increase. Fine. That is called the respiratory alcosis. Opposite to this is the respiratory acidosis. So here what will happen here? The carbon dioxide concentration increases because the body will not be able to remove carbon dioxide and the pH will get decreased. Fine. That is called the respiratory acidosis. Fine. Now, so this asthma you have already studied, no need for me to say. It is asked question. Now, approximately 70% of the carbon dioxide is absorbed by the blood, will be transported to the lungs. So 70% of the carbon dioxide is transported to the lungs from the body tissue. In what form? It is in bicarbonate form. You already have studied this. So it is in bicarbonate form. You know that the carbon dioxide, it enters into the RBC and it will combine with the water of the RBC and form the carbonic acid. And this is unstable, and this is unstable, so it will get broken down into hydrogen ion and carbonic acid, bicarbonate ions. So this bicarbonate ion, it will come out of the RBC and this is transported through the blood to the lungs. Fine. How much percentage it is? 70%. Why 70%? Because of the presence of an enzyme which is called carbonic anhydrase. It is because of the presence of carbonic anhydrase. Fine. So which is your answer? It is the fourth one. As carb-aminohemoglobin, it will combine with the amine group of the hemoglobin and it will get transported 20 to 25%. This you already know. By binding with the RBC, this only. Fine. In the form of dissolved gas molecule, in the plasma hardly some 7% will get transported. Fine. So your answer is this one. Hope I am clear. Well, so next, let me go to the next questions. Fourth one. See fourth, the people who have migrated from the plains to an area adjoining Rontang pass about 6 months back. It is a hilly area. Rontang is a hilly area. Fine. 6 months back, some people went to Rontang. So what are just given options? Let us go through. First, are not physically fit to play games like football. It is not like that. Fine. It is not an answer. Already you have studied this. Altitude sickness you have studied. Have more RBCs and their hemoglobin has lower binding affinity to oxygen. Fine. So this is your answer. See, when the person will go to hilly area, usually there in the hilly area the atmospheric pressure will be less. The oxygen concentration will be less, that is the atmospheric pressure will be less. So the person will suffer with some of the problems like nausea, fatigue, fine, and heart palpitation. This you will read in second year. So during that time the body it will get adopted, the RBCs will increase more, that is their RBC number will increase and the hemoglobin will develop less affinity for the oxygen. So RBCs they will increase, and hemoglobin affinity for the oxygen will decrease, so that the body will get adjusted there high up in the hill. So that is about the so your answer is the second one. Have the usual RBC count but their hemoglobin has very high binding affinity to the oxygen is wrong. So you know that normally on the plane our hemoglobin will, our RBC, our blood cells will give one oxygen molecule, but in the hilly area it will give 75% of its bounded oxygen. Fine. Well, suffer from altitude sickness with symptoms like, these are the symptoms. Of course we will suffer with this symptom, but the person, what changes you'll see mainly after 6 months. See, it is all when the person will go initially, he will suffer with altitude sickness. Altitude sickness. But after 6 months, it will not remain. So your answer is the second one. Got children? So the person when he goes to, you have to know what is Rotang. Rotang, it is a hilly area. So initially the person will suffer with altitude sickness. But after 6 months, the body will get adjusted. How the body will get adjusted? By increasing the RBC count, by decreasing the oxygen binding affinity. That is, the hemoglobin will reduces its affinity to the oxygen. So this much you remember, and rest don't want. Now next, fifth question. A large proportion of oxygen remains unused in the human blood even after its uptake by the body tissues. This oxygen, see, I told you that 1 RBC, it will combine with 4 oxygen molecule. So usually, normal working, during that time, our body will give 1 oxygen. Fine, 1 oxygen molecule. So rest 3 oxygen molecules will be reserved. You know that 100 ml of blood will carry 20 ml of oxygen. Normally it will give only 5 ml of oxygen. So the 15 ml of oxygen will remain as a reservoir in the body. Fine. So this is used whenever there is a need. So those needs, let us see here. Just go through the question, children. Well, here I told you the answer. Okay, so let us go through the options. So helps in releasing more oxygen to the epithelial tissue. Nowhere. Fine. Epithelial tissue, there is no need. Epithelial tissues also need oxygen, but why only this? It is not answer. So is enough to keep oxyhemoglobin saturation at 96. It is not our answer. Raises the partial pressure of carbon dioxide of the blood to 75 mm of mercury. No. Acts as reserve during muscular exercise. So this is the answer which is related to the question. See, the amount of oxygen which will remain as a reservoir in the RBC is used during emergency situation. That is emergency in the sense whenever the body is in need of more oxygen, and especially we need more oxygen during muscular exercise. See, other options are not related to the question. Of course, all the cells need oxygen. Fine, like that only epithelial tissues also. And it is enough to keep oxyhemoglobin saturation at 96%. It is our hemoglobin saturation point. Fine. And raise of partial pressure of carbon dioxide to 75 mm of mercury. No, oxygen will not increase the partial pressure of the carbon dioxide. Don't bother about this. The answer is the fourth one. The bulk of carbon dioxide released from the body tissues into the blood is present as, just now in the previous slide you have studied. So amount of carbon dioxide which is released from the body tissues, it is present in the form of bicarbonate. It is present in the form of bicarbonate. So no need to go through other options, as already you know. Carbaminohemoglobin, when carbon dioxide binds with the amine group of hemoglobin, 70% of carbaminohemoglobin, it is not that. Carbaminohemoglobin 20 to 25%, and bicarbonate from the plasma, it is only 7%, 5 to 7%. And free carbon dioxide, bicarbonate ion, it is given, I'm sorry, ulta, opposite it is given. So here it should not be there. So free carbon dioxide in the plasma, it is 20 to 25%. So our answer is the fourth one. Okay. So little variations are given just to confuse. Hope you You know how the carbon dioxide will get transported? Fine, that much you remember. So this is about the sixth question. Fine, children. Now let me go to the next one. Just go through the questions. Well, so seventh question. Adult human RBCs are enucleated. You know already that the mammalian RBCs are enucleated. Nucleus is not there. Which of the following statements are most appropriate explanation for this feature? Asked question in 2017. They do not need to reproduce. They will not, of course, reproduce, and they are, you know that they are produced in the bone marrow. They are somatic cells. They are somatic cells. They do not metabolize. Fine. They metabolize. All their internal space is available for. Pen is not working. Well, all their internal space is available for oxygen transport. So why the RBCs will become mainly enucleated? That you keep in your mind. See, RBC's main function is to transport the gases. Fine. And that is why they will become enucleated. So the more appropriate answer is the fourth one. The fourth option is the correct one. Fine. So next one. Lungs do not collapse between breaths, and some air always remains in the lungs, which can never be expelled. So just go through that. See, lungs, they never collapse between the breaths. During inspiration and expiration, between these two processes, lungs never get collapsed. Some air always remain in the lungs. Fine. Now let us go through the options. There is a positive intrapleural pressure. Pressure in the lungs is higher than that of the atmospheric pressure. There is a negative pressure in the lungs. There is a negative intrapleural pressure pulling at the lung wall. So here you have to know the process of inspiration and expiration. So the pressure will play an important role. So intrapleural pressure. This we did not discuss much during the discussion. Let me just say you what is intrapleural pressure. So you know the lungs. Fine. Let me draw it little properly. Okay. Let me use the red one so it is clearly visible. Fine. This is the trachea. These are the bronchi. Fine. And these are the lungs. Fine. I'm not drawing properly. Let it be just to understand what is there in understanding. Now it is covered by pleural wall. Only one side. Let me draw completely. It is not coming properly, children. Just understand. So it is having two pleural membrane, that is parietal pleura and visceral pleura. Fine. Attached with the lungs. And this is filled with the fluid which is called intrapleural or pleural fluid, you can say. So here also pressure is there. The pressure exerted by fluid which is present here is called intrapleural pressure. And this intrapleural pressure is always negative. That is, it is less than intrapulmonary pressure. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಈ ಲಂಗ್ಸ್ನಾಗ ಏನು ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಇರ್ತದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದ್ರಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಇದ್ರ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಕಡಿಮೆನೇ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಂಗ್ಸನ್ನು ಅಪ್ಪಚ್ಚಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿತ್ತು. Suppose that if the intrapleural pressure is more than the intrapulmonary pressure, what would have happened? this would have pressed the lungs. So the lungs would have become collapsed, but it is not the case in the nature. So always the intrapulmonary pressure is more than that of the intrapleural pressure. Because of this, lungs never get collapsed. Lungs never get collapsed. Fine. So which is your answer? It is this one. That is, there is a negative intrapleural pressure. Negative intrapleural pressure. Fine. So which always pulls the lungs to the wall. So it always pulls the lungs to the wall. So this is the answer. Now, and what about the second and third option? Let us just go through second and third option. Let me rub this, otherwise it will lead to confusion. So you know that during inspiration and expiration, the intrapulmonary pressure will be decreasing or increasing because of the change in the size of the thoracic cavity. Fine. So it is nowhere related for our question. Hope you understood. Now let me go to the next one. The partial pressure of the oxygen in the alveoli of the lungs is always more than in the blood. That is why from the alveoli the air diffuses into the blood. This already you have studied and you know this answer. Fine. So what is our answer? It is the fourth one. So more than that in the blood. Okay. The partial pressure of the oxygen in the alveoli of the lungs is always more than that in the blood. So less carbon dioxide will be there, because in the blood it is more, in the alveoli it is less. That is why it diffuses in opposite direction. These two, this third option is nowhere related. If equal is there, then no gaseous exchange would have happened. So less than that of the carbon dioxide, of course it is, this is not related to the question. So let us not bother about that. No, ninth answer is the fourth one. Fine. Now let me go to the next question, next slide. So 10th one. Name the chronic respiratory disorder mainly caused by the cigarette smoking. In the previous class itself you have studied, that is the emphysema. Fine, it is asked in a pre-medical test. Your answer is emphysema. No need for me to say other options. Approximately 70% of carbon dioxide absorbed by the blood will be transported to the lungs. Just now you have answered. So what is that? It is in the form of bicarbonate. It is in the form of bicarbonate. No need for me to go through other options. By binding to the RBC, oftenly we are repeating this. Carbaminohemoglobin. Carbaminohemoglobin here, it is given in the form of dissolved gas. Only 7% will get transported in the dissolved form. So the greatest quantity of air that can be expired after the maximum inspiratory effort is its, what is that one? It is the vital capacity. Fine. So the greatest quantity of the air that can be expired after maximum inspiratory effort is the vital capacity. So all these volumes you have studied. Residual volume just now I told, tidal volume also I told, lung volume is given, that is you can say total lung capacity, which include all 4 volumes. Fine. What is false? So what is false? So blood from right side of the heart is carried to the lungs by pulmonary artery. It is correct. You know that only 2 exceptions are there, pulmonary artery and the vein. So usually the arteries will carry the Arteries will carry oxygenated blood, and pulmonary artery is the artery which will carry the deoxygenated blood. Fine. Well, pleura is a double covering. Pleura is a double covering of the kidney. Pleura is not a double covering of the kidney, it is the covering of the lung. So this is our answer. Fine. So second one is our answer. It is somehow vanishing. I don't know why. Let me just check whether, okay, the second one is the answer. Just keep in your mind. Pleura, it is the cover of the lung. So kidney, it is covered by capsule. Fine. This one is our answer. Pancreas is having both exocrine and endocrine part. It is correct. So somewhere I went wrong because this pen is not working immediately after marking. It is going. But anyway, I am saying you the answer. This is the second one. Second one is the correct answer. Fine. And scurvy is a disease which results due to vitamin C deficiency. So your answer is the second one. Fine, children. It is going again and again. I don't know what happened. But let me just, okay, let it be. Anyway, I am saying you the answer. Now 15th one. So 15th one, in expiration. In expiration, diaphragm becomes. During expiration, what will happen to the diaphragm? It will get relaxed. It will take its original dome shape. Fine. So which one is your answer? Thank God it came now. Okay. So how it came, I don't know. The soft. Okay. So in expiration, diaphragm becomes relaxed. Again it went. Okay. Diaphragm become relaxed. Fine. This is our answer. It will become flattened during inspiration. Straight, flattened, both are same, and relaxed. When the diaphragm relax, it will take the arched or the dome shape. So this one is correct answer. So here the shape is given. Well, now in mammals, voice is produced by. In mammal, voice is produced by larynx. Sound box is otherwise called as larynx. Sound box. Fine. Now bronchus is nothing but bronchi. Syrinx, it is the sound box in birds. Fine. And inhalation, exhalation, it is nowhere. I mean, it is a process where air is taken in and air is given out, due to which the sound is made because of the movement of the strings. Now, respiratory center is situated in medulla oblongata. In previous class you have studied. In the medulla oblongata only the respiratory rhythm center is located. Fine. And these are nowhere related. Cerebellum, hypothalamus, cerebrum. So cerebellum, so it will help in balancing the body. Hypothalamus, it has got a center for the many urges like thirst, anger, sexual urge, like that. Cerebrum, it is having many important centers like memory, emotions, skills. Fine. So our answer is the medulla oblongata. Hemoglobin has maximum affinity for. Hemoglobin has got maximum affinity for carbon dioxide when you compare with carbon monoxide and oxygen. It has got so much of affinity that when it binds with the monoxide, it forms carboxyhemoglobin. So this is called carboxyhemoglobin, and this affinity is more than oxygen and the carbon dioxide, and it is a permanent affinity, you can say. When it combined with the hemoglobin, permanently it will get bounded with the hemoglobin, it never leave. Because of this, the amount of hemoglobin will get reduced, the percentage of hemoglobin will get it will get reduced. Fine. Because of that, the respiratory rate will get affected. So hope all answers we have marked. Now let us go to the next slide. See, high percentage of carbon dioxide and very low percentage of oxygen. Fine. High percentage of carbon dioxide and low percentage of oxygen may make a person unconscious due to asphyxia. So it is the definition of asphyxia. So what will happen in asphyxia? Asphyxia. Fine. Oxygen concentration will get reduced. Due to this, the person will become unconscious. Sometimes even death may occur, it seems. Fine. Eupno, it is normal breathing rate. Normal breathing is called eupno. Emphysema, suffocation, when we feel suffocated in a crowded place, when there is a less amount of oxygen in the area, so that is called suffocation. The amount of air that move in and out of the lungs with a normal inspiration and expiration is called tidal volume. So many times I told you, now again it went. So something I am pressing, because of that it is just doing like this. Let me, okay, let it be, just I'll mark and show you. Tidal volume. Fine. The amount of air that moves in and out of the lungs with each normal inspiration and expiration is the tidal volume. So this one is your answer. Anyway, it is going. So somewhere I did mistake again. Okay, let it be. It is the tidal volume. Other volumes, Total lung capacity, it include all the 4 volumes: inspiratory reserve volume, expiratory reserve volume, residual volume, and tidal volume. Fine. Now, about 97% of oxygen is transported by the RBCs. The remaining 3%, how it will get transported? It will get transported by dissolving in the plasma. So your answer is the second one. Which is your answer? Second one. Fine. So no need for us to go through other options. So in the mitochondria, usually oxidation will occur. Now in the lungs, the amount of air which is remained is called residual volume. Attached to the cell membrane, oxygen will not get attached to the cell membrane. Fine. Now answer is the second one. 22nd question. Oxygen dissociation curve of hemoglobin is always sigmoid. Fine. It is sigmoid. So this is your answer. Already you have studied the oxygen dissociation curve. Now 23rd question, which is not true. You have to go through all the options. Partial pressure of carbon dioxide of deoxygenated blood is 95. No, 95 mm is of oxygens, not of carbon dioxide. So this is your answer. Carbon dioxide concentration you have studied. Carbon dioxide partial pressure, when it is less, it is 40 mm of mercury. When it is more, it is 45 mm of mercury. So both are not there. This only might be our answer. Fine. This is our answer. Okay. Partial pressure of carbon dioxide in the alveolar air is 40 mm of mercury. It is correct. Partial pressure of oxygen in the alveolar air is 104 mm of mercury. It is also correct. Fine. And partial pressure of oxygen in the oxygenated blood is 95 mm of mercury. It is correct. You have to remember the table which I gave. So now it came automatically correct. And this is your answer. This is your answer. Tidal volume is our answer, and dissolved. Hope I mark it correct. Now let me go to the next slide. Now, see, carbon monoxide has greater affinity for hemoglobin. previous slide we have studied this. Compared to the oxygen, how many times it is? 200 times more. Fine. In carbon monoxide poisoning, what will happen? There is a decrease in the free hemoglobin. I told you that the carbon monoxide will combine with the hemoglobin combines with the carbon monoxide permanently. That is why there is a decrease in the hemoglobin. Fine. So no need for us to go through other options. Now, next one. So partial pressure of oxygen in the alveolar air. Just in the previous slide we have studied. What is that? It is the 104 mm of mercury. 104 mm of mercury. Fine. Now 27. Skin is an accessory organ of respiration. Where? It is in the frog. In the frog, you have usually this question will be asked in the theory. Like amphibians have tried the respiratory organs of amphibia. What are they? Lungs in the adults. Fine. In the adult, even the skin and buccal cavity. Fine. Buccal cavity. And in the larval state, it is the gills. Fine. So skin, this frog is our answer. So next one is the increased body temperature. Increased body temperature makes oxygen hemoglobin dissociation curve to shift to what? Right side. So hope you remember the oxygen dissociation curve. Fine. Oxygen dissociation curve will come like this. Fine. So it should be like this. So when everything increases, it will shift to the right side. It is due to the Bohr's effect, that already you know. When it will shift to the left, it will be due to the Haldane effect. Fine. So here the affinity of the oxygen to the hemoglobin, decreases. Here it increases. This I told. Fine. So what is our answer? It is let me run this one. Okay. I have a good answer also. It is this one. Okay. Now let us go to the next slide. 29th. At a given oxygen concentration, dissociation of oxyhemoglobin will increase if pH of blood falls. pH of blood falls means what? It must become acidic. When it will become acidic? When H plus ion concentration will increase. When H plus ion concentration will increase? When carbon dioxide concentration will increase. So that is how you have to just remember. So this one is our answer. Fine. Let me rub this one. Okay. So pH of blood rises. When it will rise? When hydrogen ion concentration decreases. When it will decreases? When carbon dioxide concentration will be less. So nowhere we are concerned with. Just to remember the factors affecting the binding of oxygen and carbon dioxide to the hemoglobin. There it is clear. Fine. Now let me go to the next question. What percentage of carbon dioxide is transported by the RBCs? What percentage of carbon dioxide is transported by the RBCs? By the RBCs it is given. Fine. By the RBCs in the form of what? In the form of carbaminohemoglobin. It is 20 to 25%. And you know that 7% is through the plasma. Fine. And 71% is by the RBCs in the form of bicarbonate. It is given. Bicarbonate, you have to remember. Bicarbonate ion. So 97% is oxygen transportation through the RBC. So your answer is the second one. Now let me complete 5 more questions. Which can bind several hundred times more strongly to hemoglobin than oxygen? It is the carbon monoxide. Already we have discussed, no need for me to say once again. Which one has the lowest value? Which one has the lowest value? Tidal volume. You know tidal volume, it is 500 ml of 500 ml. So vital capacity, expiratory reserve volume, inspiratory reserve volume, they are all more. Vital capacity, it includes the residual volume, inspiratory reserve volume, expiratory reserve volume. Expiratory reserve volume, it is 1000 to 1100 ml. Inspiratory 2500 to 3000 ml. So tidal volume is our answer. Decrease in pH causes oxygen dissociation. Decrease in pH is given. Just remember, decrease in pH is given. Dissociation curve of hemoglobin to shift. It is again repeated question. Sorry children. It is the right side. Fine. Right side of the normal oxygen dissociation curve. Let me not leave at odd. 5 more questions we will complete it. I mean up to 40, let me just say, then we will stop. Vital capacity of the lung. What is the total capacity of the lung? So it is 3.5 to 4.5 liters. That is 3000 ml, 3500 to 4500 ml, or you can say in the form of liter. So already I told you what is vital capacity. At the high altitude, RBCs of the human blood will increase or decrease? It will increase. Fine. It will increase. It is adaptive method. Fine. So no need for me to go through other options. So respiratory center of the brain is stimulated by, you know, the respiratory center of the brain is stimulated by carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, why pen again went, okay. Carbon dioxide contained in arterial blood. What all arteries you have studied? That is aortic arc you have studied and carotid artery. Carotid artery in the previous class itself we have studied. So this is your answer. The covering of the lung is called pleura, pleural membrane. Pericardium, covering of the heart, covering of hyaline cartilage. Peritoneum, it is the body cover. Inner body wall, what you say is the peritoneum. Now let me go to the next slide. Okay. Oxygen binding to hemoglobin is. Oxygen binding to hemoglobin is inversely proportional to the carbon dioxide concentration. Fine. So if carbon dioxide concentration is more, automatically oxygen binding will be more. Fine. So oxygen binding will be more. So both are inversely proportional. So both are inversely proportional. If you remember the transportation of the gases. You will understand. Fine, you already remembered, I think. They never are directly proportional, and carbon monoxide concentration is nowhere related. So in these two only we have to consider our option. So anyway, they are not directly proportional, that you know, otherwise the gases exchange would have become a problem. What percentage of carbon dioxide is transported as bicarbonate? What percentage of carbon dioxide is transported as bicarbonate? It is 70%, that you know. Fine. What percentage of carbon dioxide is transported as bicarbonates? It is not given whether it is through the plasma or through the RBC. It is 7% through the, okay, sorry children, just read question carefully. See what percent of carbon dioxide is transported as bicarbonate, it is given. Fine, it is 70%. Sorry, it is 70%. 7% it is transported through the plasma. 20-25 carbaminohemoglobin. 97 is related to the oxygen. Hope it is repeated one, I forgot, just let it be. Emphysema is characterized by inflammation of the alveoli. It is inflation, breaking down of the alveoli. And I told you it is mainly seen in the cigarette smokers. Pulmonary hemorrhage, breaking down of the blood capillaries, we did not study, it is not there in our syllabus. And increased number of air sac, nowhere related. And this is also nowhere related. Infection of mycobacterium tuberculosis causes TB, which you will read in second year. Now this answer, anyway, it is there on the screen. Let me say this answer also. A large proportion of oxygen is left unused. A repeated question it is. In the human blood, even after uptake by the body tissues, and this oxygen is mainly kept as reserve during the muscular exercise. It is the repeated one anyway. Okay children, just few questions we have discussed. Here you try to solve many more questions from other books, or this time I did not took examples from the exemplar. You try to solve them. Fine. Take care of your health, do well, and go through once about this breathing and exchange of gases. If you face any problem, you can just do message through the WhatsApp. Hope you understood the topic. I tried my level best, but then also I could not explain as I used to explain in the class. I faced little problem like explaining like this. Fine. Okay, bye. If you get any doubt, just you can do WhatsApp messages. I will try to solve your questions. Fine children. Bye.